Mhm. Hey, YouTube. How y'all doing? I'll wait till I see, make sure that I'm connected here. It's beautiful in San Francisco today. Beautiful and empty. I love to be out there walking and doing things. But it looked like we might have to write off this whole summer. Hey, Almond Brown. Good to see you, honey. Okay, so Jamal Bryant. Now, Jamal Bryant, let's get this straight from the top, does not like people talking about him, particularly with malicious intent. But I don't think I'm one of those people. Now, he says he's made his response about these allegations in Atlanta about this baby thing, right? So he's very upset about it, and he had to do something. He came out and he made what I considered a compelling response. I believed him, right? I'm tell you why. At first, I was just casually watching this saying, well, let's see if there's a story in this. You know, and when he came on, and I never really watched Jamal Bryant, I just respect him as being a person who has accomplished something for New Birth. I was concerned about New Birth, that church would fail after Eddie Long left. And I know they searched hard and long to find somebody who could bring it back. So I ain't mad at Jamal Bryant. He flat out denies this thing is a real story at all. So if he does that, if it comes back DNA, whatever, then more will be revealed. But as far as this accusation, he said it never happened. It's a lie. I was talking last time I was talking about it, I think yesterday, I was talking about how people can get very jealous. A lot of these women who get crushes on their pastor will get very jealous if they think that something else is going on with somebody else. So it doesn't surprise me that he's going to encounter this sort of thing, probably more than once. People are going to leak stories on. Oh my goodness! Sound like I'm in New York. People are going to slander him often, I think, especially since he's single. I don't know if he's looking or not or dating or not, but he's probably going to run across this thing more than once, you know, where people are making up stories. So he's hot and mad at the bloggers. I hope I'm not in that name just because I have his name in my title. But I mean, you're going to be a celebrity, you're going to have any kind of celebrity, you got to realize people are going to talk about you. So I'm just carrying the story. I believed him because he said that people were judging. He was saying, what did he say? It's a common thing in church. I'm not what I used to be. So that means he's not denying all the other things in his past. What he's saying is, I am delivered from that. I am no longer that person. But people will not let me be the new creation. And in my own experience, I believe that to be true. For me, when I was doing drugs, when I first started doing drugs, I became a shoplifter, right? So I would steal from department stores all day long, steal all day, and then go back to other department stores to return at all night long, right? I was a thief, and I was a thief even before the drugs, frankly. I was a thief since the projects back when I was 8 years old. But then when I got involved in drugs, I ended up being a drug dealer, which is no better. I mean, it's still nothing to be proud of. But when God delivered me, I don't do any of that stuff anymore. I don't do any of it at all. You got to go back 20 years to find me have I've done anything, even illegal, right? So I understand his brother when he says that I'm not what I used to be. And when people throw things up in your face about past events, like that is who you are. You will always be that. It's wrong. And in my experience, it's dead wrong. I know it to be wrong. So anyway, so what I was saying is one time, and there's been people come to me on this damn YouTube stuff, and they try to bring up stuff that I did 35 years ago, all this kind of stuff like that. And they throw it up in your face. Like these people, they don't really believe God hasn't done nothing. It's all in your mind. And so what if it is? I just felt that, brother, when he said that. I said, I'm not denying anything that I did. I'm just saying I'm not that anymore. I have been delivered. He didn't say delivered, but that's what he was talking about. So I believe the brother is not. I believe he's hurt, But you can't get, I don't think you should get all involved where you got to now go and attacking all these bloggers and everybody who writes in the story, because basically we report on whatever is going on. So whoever starts the story, you can go after them. That's why I don't believe in the idea of breaking stories. Somebody I heard somewhere and I just go out and just make blogs about it. I don't believe in that. I don't want to touch nothing that is not already in the news, something, a discussion is already going on, right? And look at all these babies. Hi, Heavy Bear. Sincerely, Ty Taylor. Hey, you guys. I'm going to ramble on a couple more minutes. Then I'll get into what's going on. But anyway, that man has done a remarkable job. That couple of weeks ago, they were saying, oh, New Bird's trying to make money. Oh, they're going to charge you $30 for the stick and $130 for the results and all. Didn't seem all that unreasonable to me, really, since nobody else had tests. But he adhered to that, stopped the testing there, and now they're coming back out, I believe this week in the parking lot. They're going to test everybody for free. So you're always trying to please every single soul. I guess they figured the only way we can really appease these people is to do it for free. So he's going to be doing these coronavirus tests for nothing. So anybody drives up. It's a good thing. He going on to mention all of the things they do with feeding the homeless and all this kind of stuff. And I said, well, he's doing his job. Feeding people, getting them tests, seeing to the community. He said he had made a commitment to these people. I know what you guys have heard about me. And I'm telling you, I am not going to scandalize your church. I think you should get a man the benefit of a doubt. I hope everybody who touched this story is not going to get a cease and desist or whatever, because it don't really mean that much. But if you're in the spotlight, people are going to talk about you, honey. It's just something you got to ride out. Right? They can go after the people who break the story if they just made it up and put it out, made it public. But people are going to talk about you, Jamal Bryant, you know. But this man can talk. The gift of gab. He can talk. He made a compelling story there. So I think that's a dead story. I don't think he would go through all that if he knew the baby was his. If it was a baby out there somewhere that was his, he'd know that all they got to do is, stick the baby in the finger and it'd be over with. So I don't believe he would go to that extreme. Give that man a chance. He saved New Birth, brought it back to life. Yeah, I kind of felt him in that, though. Oh, well, I was talking about myself. So one day I was in Safeway. Safeway is right next door, right? And I had on this leather jacket. But I have a Kindle. A Kindle is about this big. And headphones and things in the jacket. So I was standing in line. And this ambitious security guard comes up to me. Can I see you for a minute? Now, this is all white folks standing around here, right? And this door is right next door to me. So that would include all my neighbors, everybody who I encountered every day, everybody I know who walks the dog. They're all in the store. Can I see you a minute? What's this, right? Like I used to be. Of course, I knew I was innocent because I don't do any of that shit no more. But it hurt me. I said, look at this fool. He's going to treat me like I'm some goddamn common criminal. And here I have gave up the life. 20 years. Ain't touched nothing. It's painful. They're throwing up in your face things from your past. Or that's the way it felt. Well, I wanted to cuss him out. Oh, he came that close, baby. But unfortunately, some crackhead was running out the door with something else. He got distracted. But I was definitely about to let his ass have it. And when I get mad, oh boy, I did not want to be seen in there hollering, screaming in the Safeway. So I just let it go. Now, apparently that dude, Jamaican dude of all people. He must have got fired because he wasn't there much longer than that. But I took it real personal. God can deliver you. Here I was a person, a meth head, obsessed with sex. Sex was everything, right? Everything. And now I can go years without even doing it. Without basically even thinking about it much. The conniving, the hustling. It's all gone. So that got to me. Hey, people. How is all y'all doing today? I see Trump gonna get Flynn off. Just forget the whole charges. Even though the man, he admitted what he did twice. He pled guilty. And he was fired, one of the first people fired in the White House. He admitted that he lied to Pence, but he was guilty of a lot more, including the Russian investigation. He admitted all that, and Trump just lets him go. And he got that Bard, that Fred Flintstone, who doesn't even make a show of trying to be honest, legit. It's like our government is some kind of gangster gang or something. It's horrible. Then they got people in the White House. They all walking around with no mask every day. I guess they're so vain to think they don't look beautiful. You should be sending the message. Everybody should be wearing masks, right? Oh no, I don't need it. I'm not going to do that. Now the people working right in his cabinet or right near him. What's the valet do? I believe a valet is lays your clothes out. In some cases, help people dress, and with the rich people. He's probably used to having a valet. Somebody sees to his knees, which means they're that close. And the boy got coronavirus, which probably means that more that's been reported have the coronavirus. But we haven't seen where one person gets it, nobody else gets it around them, right? There's the one up with Pence, one of his people, they've got coronavirus. But what are the chances of them people in the White House telling us the absolute truth? We don't know how many people in the White House have coronavirus. We just don't know. Don't know. Come through, Uncle Tim, LPW. What is the people talking about? I did see some of this mess. What was it last night? Miss Tracy has become the queen of late night vlogging, right? Her late night videos have been very popular and very long. But one night I think I fell asleep. It was 7 hours. That's up now. Then the next day it was 4.5 hours. But she had a following the whole time. So I know the queen's gonna be coming for her. So now they're trying to throw her away. Why people get so jealous? Why are people so damn jealous? So she got into it. I guess this Mount Wiggins gonna give somebody an ultimatum. Anytime somebody gives me an ultimatum, I'm going the other direction. How's that? That's crazy. How you gonna tell somebody who they can talk to? You don't do that. People, just mind your own goddamn business. Why can't people just mind their business? If you don't like that woman, don't look at her. Damn, everybody's got to be taken down all around you. I see this all over this YouTube thing. It's very distasteful. Right? Anyway, so they're having a big kerfluffle because this boy done told her. And I think he was just showing off at a dead person. But frankly, I don't know why Armand and this other dude are even friends, because Armand has got a brain. This other dude is just, I can't even explain it. So apparently, maybe he just needs yes people around him. He likes that. He likes people who don't have a lot to say. He likes people who just go along with what he says. There are what do you call them? There are narcissists who that's what kind of relationships they have. When they get married, they always pick a woman, a very passive type of woman, a woman who just want to serve him and put his needs above everything else. And it's all about him, right? This is the kind of relationship he has with that other child who's got this, I guess, 10 or 11 part series now against Wally. I ain't supposed to be talking about it much, but it's just like with Jamal. You got to accept you're going to be on here running your mouth all damn day. People are going to talk. They run their mouth. Right? And even though you say you hate the people saying your name, you actually love it. That's why you're on here. Keep it real. Anyway, somebody tell me that I got to choose. I choose the other person. Scooter High. What Pastor Bryant needs to do seriously is to avoid constantly being in the media. He's new to the scene and has a lot to learn. Yeah, they're gonna make it hard on him too. Single preacher with an audience like that, they're gonna make it hard on him. But I don't know that bitterness. I mean, I understand it. You want to go after somebody. I don't know that's the right look for preachers though. It seems like these pastors are starting to fight back now. They used to just accept it as being, goes along with the job. But now everybody's in court. Everybody wants to go to court. So he wants a written apology. Well, I ain't said nothing about you, Pastor. I think you're a pretty decent guy. I think you've done a great job. I mean, we need to be building each other up. If the dude ain't did nothing, I mean, frankly, even if he had a relationship, he's a single man in Georgia. Is that really our business? Is that, unless you kind of make this man some kind of moral giant, which I wouldn't suggest. It's not really our business anyway. It's a personal thing. He loves the media. Well, that's part of his job too, to grow the church, right? I heard that they went down to just a fraction of what they were when Eddie Long was around. They only had a few people in the church, and people had to finance all of that whole building, the whole complex. He done filled up every seat now. That's part of the job, I think. As we see with this lockdown, that the media has to be a part of these churches, because the ones who are just dependent on you coming in there and giving them that money every week are failing. The ones who have some kind of a social media presence are doing fine. They found a way to keep the church going. You don't really need the building, honey. So they see him as flashy and young, plus he got that reputation behind him. But somebody come and ask and accuse me of stealing something, or somebody come and, are you over there acting nasty online and all that kind of stuff? Girl, it's so far from the truth now. I don't do any of it. That's the miracle. That's the deliverance, baby. And that is real. That is real. I don't know that man's heart or anything about him, but he was talking the right talk. I am not what are you. Hey, what was that song go? I'm not what are you. Wait a minute. Change. Anyway, I forget the words. But it basically says, I'm not what I want to be, but I sure as hell ain't what I used to be. And y'all got to accept that. People love that man in that town. They ain't got no evidence. I mean, this is all just talk, right? So I think he did an excellent job, because he got me on here talking about it. So he has the gift of gab. That's what they do. They preach, they talk. But he broke it down. He even gave the bloggers a balloon and said, yeah, congratulations to you. You have won the prize, you son of a... Anyway. But he's done it before. Well, maybe, listen, I was a thief before. I used to get couple $100 a day, stealing clothes, returning them, stealing housewares, returning it. Right? Take it all and give it to the dope man. Half the time I get ripped off for the shit, so it's all for nothing. That ain't not who I am. I don't do that. It never was who I was. That's what I was doing. I ain't no drug addict. People in AA, they say, oh, you once the addict. I'm an addict. No, honey. No, that's not how I see it at all. That's not how I see it. That's what I did. It's not who I am. Don't define yourself by the weakest link, honey. You used to do this. A lot of people used to drink. A lot of people used to do a lot of stuff. Now they're mothers raising kids. So if you've done it before, how long are we going to hold him responsible for that? And how important is it to us about where he puts his penis? He's a single man. Yeah, I think it's a Passover. I think he addressed it just right, and it'll pass over pretty quick. And he probably put the fear of God in some of these bloggers too, because that's what's been going on lately. People being taken to court. So, baby, excuse me. I don't know why I can't remember to close that door before I come in here. Okay, let me see what this lady has to say. Where'd she go? Jasmine. even star, even star, even star, even star. A lot of church folks like to claim they holy and sanctified, but in behind the scenes, they be tipping and dipping, right? Sipping, hipping, slapping and gapping, whapping and tapping. Yeah, they be backing and rapping. Of course, they're hypocrites all through the church. A lot of the churches is a scam, it's a game. That's how they make their living. It's a job, and they go out and do whatever they want to do. We know that, but the man came off to me a sincere person. There is no evidence. If there's a child, I mean, how can you how can you deny that? All they gotta do is pinprick the kid on the finger. So I don't think he would go through all that if he knew that there's some big story was going to break. And I think he's just been charged by his past, judged by his past. Do I look like a drug addict to you? Come on. Come on, Jasmine. Do I look like a drug addict to you? Do I look like I just did a hit? There used to be, I couldn't go a couple of hours. I'll be in the bathroom on the floor with a needle in my arm. 3-4 times a day. And then I'd be selling to other people so they can do the same thing. And so all these people I see out here on the street in San Francisco, all crawling on the ground and all that, don't get hidey-tighty. I was from that same life. But I don't do that stuff. I don't do that stuff. I define you to find one gentleman that's been had his ass up in here in the last, how long has it been? Oh, at least 10 years. Nope, I don't do it no more. So we don't punish people forever. We should be celebrating them. We should be celebrating God when somebody says that I have been delivered by the power of God. If you're a believer, you got to believe it, honey. If you don't believe it, it means nothing. You don't believe God ain't got any power. Why are you calling yourself a Christian? The church was surrounded by controversy, says Scooter High. This is a different spotlight. He has taken over a church in the Bible Belt, not in the North. And the church has surrounded by controversy. Well, they're always going to be suspecting a church for a while, you know. No doubt he has to prove himself. I'm sure he came to that church knowing that he was going to have to prove himself to this congregation. He said he took an oath with them, or an oath with them. I will not bring scandal on this church. This is what he told his congregation. It was a promise. Right? He's got a lot to lose. He's an older man than he was when he was young. Y'all guys, these guys, they know what they were like when they were young. Hot to trot, you might say. Hotties. It gets all that old promiscuous stuff. It gets easier as you get older, honey. It just diminishes naturally. So, can the man preach? Can he bring a word? Can you leave the church feeling better than you did when you went in there? Are you happy to support the church? Does the church do anything in community? Does the church have a baby? Would you please stop? Look at that hair. Lord have mercy. I didn't even know I was a gray-haired old man. Now it all done growed out. But my hair never gets any longer than this. This is about it. It just gets curly. Or they used to say beady. Step up. But what has he done, though, Scooter High? We convicted him without any evidence. He says it's all a lie. I don't know how sincere he is with his ex-wife, Giselle. I would imagine they got to get along. They're both raising those kids. But we don't know what the situation is there. We don't know about people's personal lives. Because somebody comes up with a story, we don't know anything about these people's lives, honey. Who they're in love with, who has their heart. He is single, so he's not attached to Giselle legally in any way. He can date people if he chooses to do that. But it's just going to be blowback as long as he's in that position. Church people want to hear the bells. They want a marriage. They don't want to hear about no pastors dating nobody. Yeah. Okay, L. Well, we all have our opinions. He said he's going to send the bloggers. He said something more than cease and desist. Maybe try to get a few of them dollars. See, you go after these people with these accusations, and you don't have no proof. These churches got money. They say every seat is full there. They have attorneys. You just sit on your computer writing blogs and so forth. If they choose to, they could make it very hard in your life. It could rain down on your life pretty hard, honey. So I don't believe in breaking those stories. Miss Tasha K always want to be the first one to break the story, right? No, I'm not interested in those kind of stories. Jasmine, I got to erase your view, baby. That person is dead. We got to respect the dead in here. I'm not taking you out. You're still there. But that person is dead on this channel. I don't care what he's done or has not done, but he loves to stay in the media. Just hush. Take care of your congregation. Miss Scooter, I tell him to hush. Don't say nothing. Just go do your job and go home. I bet you his church is in better shape, though, that he does have a media presence. Right? It's all about fame, right? I mean, does anybody here don't know who TD Jakes is? He's all in media, television, radio, TV shows, and all that. It all goes together. It's all about making these guys stars. The black church has chosen to do that. There are a few of the white ones too, you know. But really, we really get into that building up our pastor to be somebody special. So I don't know. I don't know. I would feel more comfortable talking about it if I watched him or if I knew who he was. You know, all I ever encountered Jamal was in scandals or the things about babies and stuff. People's sex lives. You know, people in the church who try to hold families, especially. Baby, stop. They expect the standard. Excuse me for a moment, please. Shut the hell up. Ding dong dong. Beanie 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 beanie. Beanie 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 beanie. My baby like his hot dog. He found a toy he likes. Keep buying him toys and toys and toys. And every once in a while he'll find one and he'll chew it until he tears it apart. BTW. That the dog kills. Sam! Scream! You want to go in the bathroom? The bathroom is the dungeon. Cussing pastor, Thaddeus Matthews. I think pastors can cuss. It's a gimmick, whatever. But at first, I didn't understand because I assume anytime somebody say they're a pastor and they are men of certain age, it's going to be some negative stuff, attacking us. I assumed that. And then when I watched him, and he had a beef with somebody. What was that girl's name? What was the lady's name he had a beef with? They're both in Tennessee, I believe. K. Michelle. So I saw the very human side of him. And then when he started showing up on T.S. Madison's chat, because K. Michelle accused him of being gay, I believe. And I said, an old black pastor? I look at him a certain way. Here's that look, of an old Southern pastor. But she said he had a boyfriend. And then he started showing up on T.S. Madison's show all the time, even touring with her. I said, well, maybe this is a decent guy. I actually prefer pastors like that. I prefer real people. I don't like all the pretense, honey. I don't. I understand that people want to have pastors to act a certain way, particularly people who are raising families and such. But I like a more free-spirited type person. I mean, I could probably get through my life without cussing, but I like doing it, so we do it. But I haven't watched them enough. I don't trust preachers and pastors and stuff like that. I used to watch when I was a baby Christian. I had to have the Word Network on from the time I opened my eyes. First thing I turned on, right? All day. When I put my iPod on, it had to be gospel music. Wherever I went, it had to be gospel music. I had to constantly be getting a word or getting encouragement, right? And then at some point, I was just delivered from all that at the same time. I don't watch no Word Network. I don't want to see no TBN. I don't want to see any of that. And I don't want to watch nobody on YouTube preaching. So I just lost my desire for it. I felt confident in my faith. I like my church. I go there, I listen for a couple of hours, and that's it for me. I didn't become a Bible thumper or, you know, or a follower of all these different people. Some people are so easily swayed. They want a leader. What did the Bible say? Give us a king. We want the king. They were free. Was it the Israelites? They said, oh, we want a king. So it's okay. God said, I'll give you a king. This is what you want. I don't need a king. So no, I don't. There's nothing wrong with being in that headspace. It's all a process, right? It's all a process. I used to go to church. As soon as I heard the first tambourine, I fall out on the floor. I wasn't faking. That's where I was. I was supposed to be an usher, but I get the hand clapping, and I'd be so happy. I didn't been happy through the whole service. I love that time, that period in my life. I feel so connected, right? And when the time was no longer, I missed it. I said, well, I would love to go back to worshiping that way and praising God that way. And it's a time for everything, honey. That time is come and gone. It didn't affect my faith. I still believe. Anyway. Social media influence. Hell, why are you so mad at Pastor? You don't like him? Lord have mercy. L says, let me see what L says. Where is it? I like real pastors too. I want to know what they're real people. I understand no one is perfect, but come on now. You gotta try. He's one scandal away from being social media influencer. Okay, so L doesn't think he should be so out here. But isn't that the modern times? I mean, I don't know. We all got an opinion. I just know the man brought the church back, and he does attempt to do what a church should be doing. This thing of testing everybody for free now. I mean, people complained about charging anything. I'm sure they didn't think it was unreasonable to charge that much. But he made the adjustment. He said, well, the people they don't want to pay. So he made it free. I mean, what else can you do? I mean, you're trying to serve your community. You're trying to be a leader. Until the person actually does something, I'm not going to convict them. Apparently, this story here is just straight BS. The woman hasn't even come forward and start, you know. But single men, newsflash, single men, they do have sex. Y'all can go in their book all you want to. They do have sex. So it wouldn't be all that damn surprising. Only thing about having a baby is somebody was careless. You didn't take care of yourself. And sometimes, ladies, you know, you want that baby by somebody with money. I hate to say it, but it's the truth. But he's got to be responsible in that way for sure. I don't know how even Christianity got so much to be about a man and a woman, about a family. I mean, you turned it into that, but that ain't what the Bible talks about all through the book. He did say, suffer children, let them come to me, but that was a line in the New Testament. Y'all make it all about having babies and being married. That's what we've done to Christianity. That ain't the main thing. Christianity is faith in Jesus Christ. That's what it is. I hate French fries. Where you been? I hate French fries. Tracy didn't like your name, I think I heard. I think it's fine. So the fornication part, just skip over that. They all fornicate. How many virgin grown men you know? Andrea, let's forget about the church for a minute. How many grown men do you know who are virgins? Right? It's all fornication unless they're married to him. How many men you know who just married a woman right out of high school and been with that same woman their whole life and have never, ever been with another woman? What were they doing before they got married? Did they just go and I'm going to get married right out of high school? Everybody's had sex, honey. Everybody's had sex. Y'all got all these rules around these pastors. Y'all just don't know. You don't know. There's a great song out there now. It's called You Don't Know What I've Been Through. Let me encourage you. All the things that you brought me through. Don't know. If I was better with names, I'd tell you who the author was, the song was. But I think it's pretty high on the charts. He's just a crook. I haven't heard a lot of money talk around Jamal Bryant. But you guys follow him more than I am. And I hope you guys are not giving all these people all your money. But you're following these people a lot more closely than I do. I have not heard scandal with him around money. We talk about people like Creflo and all these prosperity preachers, Paula White and all kind of people. We hear them about money all the time. So they're always in something about money because that's their ministry. It's all about money. So all I ever heard about him was about sex and fornication. Being more Christ-like. Accepting Christ. Talking to him. Meditating on Jesus Christ. Believing that he hears you. Having faith. Somebody was praying for my ass, right? Because when I was a hoodlum, I don't remember no big plan to come out of it. Somebody had to be praying for me. It had to be my grandmother. She praying for everybody nonstop. Or my mother, who has also become a church lady. Somebody had to be praying for me. So how much do you believe, honey? But people trying to take all these ancient people. I mean, do we even take morality from the people in the 1920s? I mean, are we still even wearing long dresses and all that kind of stuff? But yeah, you want to go back past the 20s, the 1800s, the 1700s, 1600s. You want to go all the way back there and try to pull your morality out of there and bring it in past all them years. And now you're going to try to make that a thing in modern society. We know people have sex. Stop lying. Oh, thank you. His name is Zacardi Cortez. That's him. You don't know. I love that song. I love right now. My songs are that song and Leandria. God deliver me. All I seem to do is hurt me. I love it. Still, the main music I listen to is gospel music. It's still, I mean, I get more out of that than anything else. My book series is called Love and Gospel Music. So we talk about a lot of this kind of stuff in that series. But I made a wrote it. And there's another thing I want to say. Long before there was any love and hip hop Atlanta, love and this and love and that on the television, I had come up with that name independently. I had already called my series Love and Gospel Music. Anyway, we explore a lot of these things around the music industry, church people. Is a Catholic church lady and she sings in the choir. Oh, that's nice, Mr. Sudi. Grandma, a lot of grandmas in church. You got to pray for the people in church because a lot of them are elderly people. They sure shouldn't be trying to go out to no church service. Then people starting to open stuff up. I would tell them, Grandma, don't do it, Grandma. Christ and Christ alone. You're right, Andrea. Christ, God. Christ is the gift. It's the way we have God. Baby, would you please hush up? I talk to him like he understands what I'm saying. What do you mean? Please, Daddy, I'm a dog. I am a dog doing what dogs do. I pay tithes by helping people that I don't know that really needs. Oh, I love that, honey. Ursula Ingram. I pay tithes to people by helping people that I know that really needs help. I do believe in the Father, not the scammers. All right. Help people. That's right, honey. When I started going to church, I was just on SSI, right? A reformed drug addict coming out of prison. So I didn't have a lot of money, but I said, well, if I can't give all my money, I can give them my time. So I started ushering for the church right about 15 years ago. I'm still on the same job. They try to make me a deacon and all that. I said, no. This is as close as I need to get. to help somebody, serve somebody. And that's part of my tithe. This is what I give what you can give. Do what you can do, you know. Mo, no, why'd you say that? Mo says, Jamal Peen slanging Bryant. Guaranteed to bless you in more ways than one. Poor baby. He's like he really feels this stuff. But if he's going to be playing around in social media, prepare yourself, honey. You got to put on the whole armor of God to come and deal with these demons. Yes, indeedy. People talking about your family, people looking into your past, people, all kind of crazy people. You're exposing yourself to the world. So I'm sure he's this is not his first time around. Sweeney, what's the matter? Come here. Hey. There must be somebody in the hall. She tried to cover it. Okay. Mr. Sudi says she tried to convert me into a Catholic member, but I can't with those people with the institution. You make your own decision. You go to where you're comfortable going. I wouldn't fit into most traditional churches. I found a church that not only put up with me or tolerated me, but a church full of people like myself. And it's become a non-issue. If you go to other churches, you would think that you are the devil himself. So you got to find out what works for you. Some people, they go to their first Buddhist meditation and they have found the Holy Grail. This is what works for me. This is what I like. This just quiet time is how I feel most connected to God. Right? And I don't think any of us have it exactly right. Nobody has there's no exactly right. But of course, everybody claims they got it exactly right. The Baptists say they got it exactly right. And then the Methodists, they got it exactly right. And Catholics got it exactly right and all that kind of stuff. Aren't we Protestants? Then we protest the Catholic Church. All the Protestant churches. We protest. We don't believe that part. They just decided what was comfortable for them. I believe this, but I don't believe that. It's personal. It's personal, people. I don't know why we got to feel like everybody got to believe just like we believe. You got to convince somebody. What you're really trying to do is convince yourself. Okay, it's Mr. Exudi. I have a question. What is it? Let me skip down. Do you guys preach for Holy Mary? Preach for Holy Mary? Oh, the Catholics are real obsessed with Mary, right? We accept Mary as being the mother of Christ. There's some kind of debate with people, about the father of Christ. Was it actually the God himself impregnated her, or just it still came through human semen? I don't think any of that stuff makes any difference to me, to tell you the truth. I mean, what difference does it make who Mary was? Mary was the mother of Christ. So I don't know what they believe in the Catholic Church, why they pray to Mary. They pray to various saints and so forth, right? So that would mean that everybody else who doesn't pray to Mary they're all wrong. They've been wrong all these thousands of years. People, it's your thing. Was a song. Do what you want to do. Who was that? I can't tell you who to sock it to. It's called It's Your Thing. Do what you want to do. I can't tell you, hey, who to sock it to. If you want me to love you, maybe I will. Believe me, woman, it ain't no big deal. I need your love, girl. When you do your thing too, oh, it's your thing. Do what you want to do. Don't let me tell you who to sock it to. Y'all youngins don't know about that. Wait a minute. Okay. We gotta listen. We gotta hear out what I like to close this window for all this noise. I may have to take my shirt off because it's warm in here. Wait a minute. I want to hear what okay. I hate the French fries. Okay. He said, this is YouTube and I have the right to be creative. My channel will be about health, She liked it at first, so I don't know what happened. Her enemies keep inboxing me. I don't do mess with them. Okay. Yeah, as soon as I said that, I slipped up. I said, "Uh-oh, why am I getting into people's business?" Don't nobody mean no harm. I hate the French fries. It's a cute name. Get your attention. So you're gonna be preaching health. You don't want people to get fat. That's a good deal. Are you a young person? People got to realize that when you're online, some of these guys are in their 60s, and some of them are just teenagers. Well, we got to be responsible for Johnny Taylor. What was that, Johnny Taylor? I need your love, girl. Whatever I can do. You know what tickles me? When I see these brothers, they be pumping their music in their car, right? So I don't know if you call it Arrested Development or nothing, but they're like, if you went back 40 years, they got the same clothes on, and they got the same cars, and then they're pumping the R&B music all day and night. I think, aren't you sick of hearing that song yet? It's been 40 years. Especially the ones that I guess kind of crazy. They got the hat, the brim on, and he dragging one foot. What's happening, bro? What's happening, player? Nobody can say the music wasn't great though. Fantastic. I used to like the OJs. The OJs were one of my favorites. OJs and Commodores, Temps. Oh, that was Joe Simon? Wait a minute, Jerry Lewis. Johnny Taylor or Joe Simon? I couldn't tell the difference. What did Joe Simon do? Is he the one talking about the lady girls with the skinny legs? Someone here gonna take you. Look at here, skinny legs and all. Hood. Joe Simon do something like that? I like to watch that Unsung. They go through all these guys, how their career started, how they ended. Unfortunately, a lot of them end with drugs and all that kind of stuff, but they do a good job of storytelling. Unsung. Isley Brothers. The Isley Brothers sing a song? No, it's not Isley Brothers. It's one of them old guys. Who's that lady? Who's that lady? Sexy lady. Ooh, beautiful lady. Falsetto was real popular in them times. Real fine lady. She said, look, yeah, but don't touch, baby. So when they don't have anything new on television with Unsung, many of those old ones are here on YouTube. You can go to that. Oh, okay. I feel you. I can't. I hate the French fries. You're a lady? I would never thought you were a lady. All right. That's when it's a useful work. I still ain't lost a pound. I'm sure I gained at least 10 pounds. Have been on this lockdown. All I do is sit here and watch TV and eat. Okay, Andrea. Now I've heard about the churches doing this stuff too, sitting folk down and things. Okay, I don't think they can sit this pastor down because there's no proof he has done anything. But he said my pastor sat his best friend, assistant pastor, down. Required 18 months of counseling for the pastor and his family before he could serve, and he obeyed. That taught me leadership. Sitting people down. See, some of us hard heads, Andrea, we weren't gonna take no sit downs at any age. You tell me to sit down, they're just telling me you can use the door, honey. That's why I don't get these people on YouTube trying to tell somebody who they can like and who they can't like. It sounds like such foolishness. Isley Brothers sing what? Phenomenal Scorpio. What they're saying? I know they're saying, "Who's that lady?" Ruxin said they sang that song too. I forgot the song now. This is 60. 62. Was that Johnny Taylor? No, I thought it was Johnny Taylor, Joe Simon. What did Joe Simon sing? I know they had big hits. If you hear the song, then it'll come back to you. Hear the title. Baby, I'm sorry. I am very sorry, but I have to open this window. I'm about to burn my ass up. I'll be right back. Deenie, deenie, deenie. You said, look, yeah, but don't touch, baby. No, 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 don't touch. Okie dokie. I'm sorry. I apologize. But I was about to burn up in that shirt. I love this apartment. I've been here 10 years. It sits right in the heart of San Francisco, right? And they just put $50 million in to renovate it right before Corona hit. So they're almost finished and they had to stop working. But it sits right here in the middle. But the thing is, the vein of the train goes right up under my window, right? So that's fine because we have double pane windows and all that. So I hardly hear the train. But when it's hot, you have to close the window because the window is so loud it drowns out the microphone, right? And so now in this Corona thing, the train's not running. So I've been able to open the window, be nice. But right now they're right up under there and they're working on it. So I was about to burn up in that shirt. Praise God. He did give us a brain to work, right? A mind. Okay. You like when I sing? Oh, thank you, baby. It's always nice to be appreciated, even though you sound like a donkey. Troy Allen in here? Where you at? I didn't see him. Troy Allen, you've been doing a good job with your channel. I watched it grow. You make sense, and you do seem to know how to get out of these beefs with these crazy people. That's an art which I have not yet mastered because they get under my skin. Hey, Squinky, talk to us. Squeenie. Everybody spells Squeenie a different way, right? I'm not even sure that's a real name, Squeenie. But his name is Queenie with the S in front of it. So it's spelled Squeeny, like Queenie. Queenie, but Squeenie. Now, Squeenie, I know people will get bored of me telling the same stuff again. You got to deal with it, people. I'm 62. My lover's name was Jimmy, right? I met him, I was 22 years old. I gave him the pet name Squeenie because I don't know why I always baby talk to him. So my last dog name was Jimmy. I named him after my lover, right? I like saying his name, Jimmy. But when that dog died, I couldn't call the other dog Jimmy again, but I still wanted to call my partner's name. So I gave him his other name, Squeenie. So that's how he became Squeenie. I can't tell you, hey, who to sock it to. Ow! All right. It's your thing. Do what you want to do. Don't let me tell you who to sock it to. It seemed like people wrote songs out much better than they had real songs, honey. Especially all them Aretha Franklin songs. You're no good. A heartbreaker. You are a liar and you a cheat. I don't know why I let you do these things to me. My friends keep telling me that you ain't no good. But whoa, what they don't know that I would not leave you if I could. Those were songs, honey. But I ain't never. No. Love, in love with a dog. She even called him a dog, you know. Yeah, I sometimes I can remember old songs better than I can remember what happened yesterday. Mm-hmm. Change. 5 long years I thought you was a man. But I found out I'm just a link in your chain. That's what they're accusing Jamal of. They're saying he got a chain. Chain. Hey, Ruxin Smith. Chain. A chain of fools. He's talking about all these women that this dude has. They're like a chain. They all think they're the one. I guess some of these guys just love to be in players and all that, you know. You feeling sexy? No, I'm feeling hot. Yeah, they're being good and watching. Mm-hmm. I don't remember what my favorite songs was. I know there was one with the OJs. I really used to love. What was it called? Let me see. It'll come to me. My favorite was Al Green, though. I knew every Al Green song. I had every album up until that time, till that woman put that grits on him. And he changed his life, went into ministry. At the time, I thought that was the craziest thing I ever heard of. Why would you leave at the top of your career because some woman assaulted you? But it turned out he got to be a pastor, had a nice, long life, didn't end up in squalor like many other artists did. It seemed like it was the best thing for him. He went back to his roots, the church. Do you like Johnny Hathaway? Yeah, what did he sing? I mean, I got to remember the songs, not the people. Yeah, I love Johnny Hathaway. I was surprised. His history was really surprising me. He had challenges. The gangsters went into politics and pimps went into pulpit. The gangsters went into politics and the pimps went in the pulpit. Lord, ain't that so true? Blue bottoms, you call that one, honey. We definitely got gangsters in the White House. Y'all know Trump was a casino owner, right? In Atlantic City. What casino owner in Atlantic City is not a gangster? They had the mayor of Atlantic City on today. I said, that looked like a hoodlum. Great big old man with this, nice suit on and all that, but he had that movement, like when they first get out. He had to at least be working with gangsters. Somebody had to supply all the towels and garbage collection. It's all owned by the mob, right? Where we at? A little bit more. Y'all ain't told no other songs. Y'all ain't said no other songs. Mm-hmm. That song's written for sure, right? I can't think of those songs off the top of my head. Mm-hmm. Did you ever get to see a night so long when time just goes crawling by? Oh, that midnight train is traveling on. My friends thought I was crazy for being so in love with Al Green because they were all listening to dance music and, it was before hip hop, but jazzy stuff. And I'm sitting there listening to my love song by Al Green. Yeah. And how can you mend, this broken man? Friend of mine, how can a loser ever win? People say, baby, how can you stop that old sun from shining? What makes the world go round? Don't hate. Don't hate. Stop mumbling. La, 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 la. Rainy night. What was the one about the, Otis Redding? Sitting on the dock of the bay, wasting time. Left my home in Georgia, headed for the Frisco Bay. Yeah, I have nothing to live for. Look like loneliness didn't step my way. Oh, I'm sitting on the dock of the bay, watching the tide roll away. Who would have thunk? I'd be sitting here myself. Okay, at Elliot. Well, okay, what did Elliot say? Let me see. Did y'all? Yesterday I saw that Michelle Obama's story is a headliner on Netflix. I got to check it out. I haven't seen it yet. Apparently, they've done a documentary. I own karaoke. Trisha, I know I can't sing, honey. I will not be booed off that stage. That's the great thing about church. You can go sing in church and nobody will hear you, you know. Sam Cooke. All right, people. Good talking to you guys. Had a good time today. Thank you for allowing me to sing, although I know some of you were covering your ears. Stay safe, people. Talk to you later.